Welcome back to another episode of Chatting with Chase. I'm your host, Chase. Y'all, before I get started, hope y'all having a great Thursday. Well, as you know, week one of the NFL season is in the books, y'all. It was a great week. It kicked off with a good game between the Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. Then we had the Friday night game in Brazil with the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. It was great games for those. Then we had NFL Sunday, y'all. NFL Sunday. And then we kicking off with the Pittsburgh Steelers against the Atlanta Falcons. Pittsburgh got the win. Justin Fields played okay. Did not play great, but he still got the win. He got the start because Russell Wilson was injured, and he got the win. But he keeps playing like that. Like that's not gonna win you football games. You're not gonna win football games like that. So just adjust my mic real quick. So yeah, in Atlanta, it was obvious Kirk Cousins was hurt. I mean, y'all got him in the shotgun formation. Yeah, it's just shotgun. Like nothing under center. That's obvious that he is still hurt because y'all can't do any play action under center. Everything is in the shotgun formation. That's not going to help y'all. And y'all got the Philadelphia Eagles on Monday. Y'all better prepare. Buffalo Bills versus the Arizona Cardinals. It was a great game. Great game by both teams. Kyler Murray played a good game. I thought he wasn't trying to target Marvin Harrison Jr. a lot. I mean, I heard him in an interview talking about why he didn't. But, I forgot what he said. I'll try to find it. But that's your number one receiver. You took him at the fourth pick in the first round. He was the best receiver in college football. And you don't get him the ball? He's your number one receiver. He needs to be getting 10, 12 targets a game. He needs to be getting 10, 12 targets a game. So Arizona, figure it out. Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen played a really good game. They got a good opponent tonight. It's going to be a great game between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. And we'll see what happens. Tennessee Titans, the Chicago Bears. I'm going to talk about this game, all right? The Chicago Bears. Tennessee, all I'm going to say is I don't know how you blow a 17-0 lead. Ain't no way you should do that. Ain't no way. But Chicago Bears, the only reason why the Chicago Bears got back in that game was because their defense. Again, Chicago has always been known to have a good defense. Caleb Williams did not play a good game. He did not play great. He didn't even play good. He did what he had to do to win the game, to make plays at the end. But, you finished the game with 92 passing yards. That's not going to cut it. That is not going to cut it. And I'm over here. I made a video and I hyped up the Chicago Bears, man. But I'm like, come on, man. I'm backing y'all up, man. I'm hyping y'all up, man. I'm thinking y'all going to win the division. But y'all keep playing like that, y'all aren't going to win nothing. And y'all got a game this Sunday night at Houston against the Houston Texans, against DeMeco Ryans, against C.J. Stroud. Y'all better be ready, man. Y'all better be ready. It's Houston's home opener. It's Sunday Night Football, man. Prime time. Everybody's going to be watching. So Caleb Williams and that Chicago Bears team, get it together, get ready, and go out there. Go to Houston, go show out, and go win that ball game. Go win it. Another one, Cincinnati Bengals versus the New England Patriots. I'm going to say this to the Cincinnati Bengals. Shout out to New England. They won the game. Y'all won the game. Y'all made the Bengals look bad on their home field. But Cincinnati Bengals, front office, hurry up and pay Ja'Marr Chase. Hurry up and pay Ja'Marr Chase, man. Dude is one of the top receivers in the league, top 5. He's outplayed his rookie contract. He deserves a new contract. He deserves his money. Hurry up and pay him, man. It's obvious that there's tension between the Cincinnati Bengals and Ja'Marr Chase, the front office. And it's hurting y'all on the field. He missed a lot of training camp. And those reps really hurt between him and Joe Burrow and with his other receivers, with T. Higgins. So hurry up and pay Ja'Marr Chase, man. He's unhappy right now. Make him happy. Get him his money that he deserves. Hurry up and pay him. You got the Kansas City Chiefs this weekend. If y'all play like that, the way y'all played, y'all are gonna get stomped by Kansas City. Y'all are gonna get stomped. It's always a close game, but if y'all play like that, it's always a close game when y'all played them. But if y'all play how y'all did against the New England Patriots, y'all gonna get stomped. So hurry up and pay Ja'Marr Chase. The Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Miami Dolphins. Tyreek Hill doing what Tyreek Hill does. Going over what? Did he have 150 yards or something like that? Tyreek Hill just doing his thing. Jackson, it was a good game. I mean, they both played good, but Miami made the play to win the game. Again, Tyreek Hill. I mean, he got detained before the game, but respect to him, man, because he didn't let it interfere with him in the game. It didn't get to his head. It motivated him. I mean, you can see he did his little celebration, and he had Jalen Waddle acting like he was handcuffing him, and Tyreek Hill used it as motivation, man. And shout out to him, man. I mean, nothing happened to him. He's okay, and that's great, man, because, Tyreek Hill is one of the best NFL players, one of the best receivers in the league, and we all enjoy watching him, man. So, I'm glad he's okay. I'm glad he's still playing and nothing bad happened to him, and he's able to keep playing, y'all. So, Tyreek Hill, shout out to you, man. Keep doing what you do. Keep doing what you do, man. The Saints versus the Carolina Panthers, y'all. All right, I'm going to say it like this. Why is it when the Cowboys beat up on the Panthers or beat up on these bottom teams, why is it y'all say, "Oh, it was just the Panthers, it was just the Giants, they're a bottom ranked team," but when other teams beat them or they whoop them or barely beat them, y'all say, "Man, they played a great game. They look good." Like, it's funny how y'all change, like the way y'all changed y'all's answer up. It just doesn't make sense. But the New Orleans Saints look good. They won the game. Shout out to them. My Cowboys got them this weekend. And we're ready, y'all. We're ready, and I hope those Andos keep that same energy. Keep that same energy y'all were saying the Cowboys should be on upset alert, and keep that same energy after Sunday. Minnesota Vikings versus the New York Giants. Shout out to Minnesota. They look good, but I'm going to talk about Daniel Jones, man. Giants, why'd y'all even pay that man? I mean, one solid season that he had. First year he made the playoffs. Y'all pay that man 4 year, $160 million? Really? That money should have went to Saquon Barkley. That's why he left. But you talking, what, he throw like 2 interceptions, man? Did he throw like a pick six or something, man? Like, this is who y'all's franchise quarterback is? Really? I mean, you got Malik Nabers, who's going to be one of the top receivers in the league, but he don't have a quarterback. Who's going to throw him the ball? Who's going to give him the ball when he needs to? Giants, y'all need to move on from Daniel Jones, man. Get rid of him. The Las Vegas Raiders versus the Los Angeles Chargers. Got to give credit where credit is due. As much as I don't like Jim Harbaugh, but he got this team right, man. He got this team right. They're a running football team now. They're not really a passing team. They're a running football team. J.K. Dobbins, first game back from he's been injured a lot. He missed like 2 straight seasons with injury, but he came back and rushed for over 135 rushing yards. No, he had 135 rushing yards. And Jim Harbaugh got this team right, man. So they keep doing what they do. They're going to be a really good team and a tough team to stop. So shout out to the Chargers. Shout out to Jim Harbaugh. And we'll see how your season goes. Denver Broncos versus the Seattle Seahawks. Bo Nix, I mean, he did not look good. I mean, what did he throw, like 2 interceptions? Seattle Seahawks, shout out to Geno Smith. He played a pretty good game. They won the game, so shout out to them. Washington versus Tampa Bay. Washington Commanders versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Dan Quinn, your defense made Baker Mayfield look like an MVP. Shout out to you. You did some good. When you were the defensive coordinator for the Cowboys, you did do some good things for us. You changed our culture up. We were one of the top defenses, but eventually we got predictable. And teams knew how to attack our defense. Teams knew how to game plan for Micah Parsons. And, it showed it against Tampa Bay. You made Baker Mayfield not look like the best team in the NFL or something. And they won the game. But shout out to Baker, man. Coming off a pretty good season last year, coming out there and showing out and dropping dots to his receivers. So shout out to him. They won the game, and shout out to that Bucs team. The Rams versus the Detroit Lions. That was a great game. A great game, y'all. Going to overtime first Sunday night of the NFL season, man. It was a great game. Puka Nacua went down with the knee injury, didn't come back, but then Cooper Kupp played a great game. And it went to overtime, man. But then, David Montgomery had a good game. Jahmyr Gibbs. Jameson Williams, had 121 receiving yards, had a really good game. Lions got the ball in overtime, and David Montgomery was just running through that Rams D line. They just could not stop him. They couldn't stop that run game, and they came down and scored a touchdown to win the game. So shout out to both those teams. Y'all both played a great game, And we'll see how y'all season plays. I think y'all have a good season, man. So shout out to y'all. Jets versus the San Francisco 49ers. I'm going to start with the Jets defense. Because y'all supposed to be one of the top defenses in the league. Y'all were the reason why y'all were in the games when y'all had Zach Wilson at quarterback when Aaron Rodgers was out for Achilles injury, out for the season. And y'all coming to this game, no Christian McCaffrey, Jordan Mason starting. I mean, he's a pretty good runner. I mean, he showed it. And he rushed for like over 130 on y'all, man. Y'all couldn't stop their run. Y'all supposed to be one of the top defenses in the NFL, and y'all can't stop that. Quincy Williams, C.J. Mosley, Sauce Gardner, Jalen Reed. Like, where y'all at, man? Y'all supposed to be one of the top defenses. And then Aaron Rodgers, man, did not play a good game when his first game back. The pressure's on you, Aaron Rodgers. You wanted out of Green Bay. You got what you wanted. You wanted to play for the Jets. You got what you wanted. Then you got hurt. And then we'll see how you do with this injury, man. I mean, I get it. I mean, I'm glad you're back and I'm glad you're healthy, man. But you got to show out. You got to show why you still got what it takes to win. You ain't been to a Super Bowl since like the early 2000s. So Aaron Rodgers, you got to play better, man. Just keeping it real. Now, save the best for last. The Dallas Cowboys versus the Cleveland Browns. I'm going to start with the MVP of that game. Mike Zimmer, man. The way he schemes this defense up and the way he has these guys playing, man, and the way we're tackling, I mean, he got these guys tackling. I mean, one thing with Dan Quinn is we were more of a flashy team. That's not what Mike Zimmer is. Mike Zimmer got these guys tackling, man. We're barely missing tackles. And we did miss a few sacks. And that's one thing, too, accountability. Accountability is what he's bringing to this team. I mean, he's yelling at these guys, man. If you don't do what he wants, he's going to get you right, man. I mean, Trayvon Diggs said it. And I watched the sounds from the sideline from the Dallas Cowboys. Micah missed a sack, D-Law missed a sack, and their D-line coach is literally getting on them, man, like, hey, that's a sack, man. You got to make that sack. Accountability is what he is bringing to this team, and I like it, man. It's what they need. And again, back to the way he schemes things to get his players in the right position to make a play. I mean, Eric Kendricks, man. Great signing, man. A run stopper, knows Mike Zimmer's scheme, played under him for years in Minnesota, and he played a great game for us, man. DeMarvion Overshown, man. Heat-seeking missile. Outrunning Micah Parsons to make a sack on Deshaun Watson on a fourth down play. Like, our linebacker core might be one of the best. I mean, the best is probably in San Francisco with Fred Warner and Dre Greenlaw. But the way Mike Zimmer schemes things up, like you're scheming things up to where you got Micah Parsons running unblocked. If you could scheme that, like Mike Zimmer, Chase Daniels broke this down yesterday on the facility. And I'll shout out to the facility, man. You know, with James Jones, Emmanuel Acho, Chase Daniels, and I guess LaShawn McCoy. They're doing a great job. Y'all doing a great job. Keep up that show, man. I've watched it every day since y'all started, man. And keep doing what y'all do, man. But Chase Daniels, he broke this down. So he had DeMarvion Overshown and Eric Kendricks in a double A gap. Double A gap, meaning you got your center, you got your two guards on each side. And you got your linebackers in between those gaps, the double A gap. And Deshaun Watson brings his tight end for extra protection because he thinks that we're going to send DeMarvion Overshown and Eric Kendricks up the A gaps for a blitz. But when DeMarvion Overshown and Eric Kendricks, when they see that Deshaun Watson brought them in motion, they back off from the double A gap. Like, it's confusing them. It's confusing quarterbacks because they think, okay, they're about to send everyone out here. They're bringing extra protection. Now we send it back, and we have an advantage because we have more guys covering the field because Deshaun Watson brought a man for extra protection. So it's confusing quarterbacks. The way he schemes things up is what's going to help our defense, man. We keep playing like this, we'll be the best defense in the league. Trayvon Diggs getting the interception, man. First game back. Shout out to him, man. I'm glad he's back, man. Can't wait to get DaRon Bland back. Speaking of that, we don't even got DaRon Bland back. We got Kalen Carson. Shout out to him. Kalen Carson locked up Amari Cooper, man. But wait till we get DaRon Bland back, man. Whoo, man, that's secondary for us, man. Whoo-hoo. Now let's talk about this offense, y'all. I know there's going to be haters out there about this offense, talking that, oh, man, the Cowboys, look at that offense. I mean, first off, we're going against the number one defense in the NFL. They got the strongest, one of the best, if not the best defense. I mean, I say Micah Parsons is, but y'all can say what y'all want. I know y'all going to say he's the best defensive player, but Myles Garrett, the way we game plan for him to where he couldn't wreck the game, that was our game. Like, offense, we were cooking in the first half. I mean, Browns could not stop our offense. And in the second half, I mean, Mike McCarthy did a good job. I mean, he didn't let Dak Prescott go. Because honestly, if we wanted to, y'all, we could have let Dak Prescott throw it downfield. But there's no reason to. Like, there's no reason to. The way our defense is playing, like, there's no need to be calling shot plays, trying to go downfield for a big play. There's no need for that. And y'all talking about, did Dak have under 200 yards? But but I mean, he did what he had to. He played a great game, did not turn the ball over. He didn't feel pressured after getting his money, after getting that new contract, and he went out there and played a great game and did what he was supposed to do, man. We still scored 33 points at the same time. This offense is going to start clicking, y'all. We know how this works. It takes Dak in that offense about a game or two to finally start clicking, man. But that game, there was no reason to. Again, why am I calling shot plays if I'm up by if I'm up 20 points? There's no need for that. And if it was a game, if it came down to like this, where Mike McCarthy says, "Okay, we are having a hard time running the football. Our run game looked okay. Excuse me, it looked okay. It could have been better, but it looked okay. But if it comes down to where, okay, it's a close game, we're being battle tested right now. Now it's time to open this thing up, and we got to put the ball into Dak Prescott's hands. We can do that. That's why we got CeeDee Lamb. We got Brandon Cooks, Jalen Tolbert, Jake Ferguson. Hopefully, he'll be ready for week 2. If not, it's all good. But hopefully he gets healthy soon, and praying for a recovery, man. But when we need to go be aggressive and take shots downfield, we can do that. But there's no need to right now. There's no need to. So this offense will be all right, man. And then once this offense starts clicking, and the way this defense is playing, they keep playing like that, bro, we will be unstoppable. Ain't nobody stopping us. In the regular season. Playoff time is a different conversation for later. But in this regular season, ain't nobody stopping the Cowboys once the offense starts clicking, the defense keeps playing the way they play. They keep playing the way they play. And when I was talking about how, y'all hype up these other teams when they beat these bottom teams, but when we whoop them, because we don't beat them, we whoop them, it'd be about like 30, like 40 something to 10 or whatever. Y'all say, oh, it was just the Panthers and all that. But when the Saints did that, y'all are hyping them up, saying Cowboys should be on upset alert. And then Dan Orlovsky saying none of these teams have been tested yet. Bro, you literally picked the Cleveland Browns to win the game. Then you want to change your answer up? We were going against the number one defense in the NFL. And they did not play like the number one defense. Y'all talking about we couldn't stop the run. The Browns have a good running game despite not having Nick Chubb. We shut down their run game. So stop changing y'all's answer up. Like, it makes y'all look bad. Like keep the same energy that you give these other teams for the Cowboys. I don't care if they're America's team or something. Your job is to analyze the game, not the team. So give credit where credit is due. But the Cowboys, they got the Saints this weekend, and I believe, and I think they'll win the game. I think our offense will play better this game at home, first home game of the season, and I think we're gonna go out there and show out, man. We'll get win number 2 of the season. And then we got kickoff tonight with the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. Two. I mean, and not even two of the whole Miami team. I mean, last year y'all couldn't beat the any teams above 500. Y'all got one tonight against the Buffalo Bills at home. Y'all lost to them twice last year. So, I mean, we'll have to see. We will have to see what happens tonight. If y'all go out there and y'all beat Buffalo, then we can say, okay, this Miami team is for real. If not, we're just gonna think the same thing. Y'all can't beat these teams above 500. So we'll see. Chicago Bears against Houston, the Houston Texans. I mean, it's gonna be a good game. Hopefully. CJ Stroud, I think he's gonna ball out. I do think the Texans will win this game. But Caleb Williams, I mean, you got to show out, man. You got to show out and prove why you were the number one pick. So go out there and show out in Houston. Go out there and play a good game. Try to win the game, but keep it close and don't throw for 92 yards. You need to be throwing for like 300 yards, man. Atlanta Falcons, y'all got the Philadelphia Eagles on Monday night. You know, Kirk Cousins, we know what his record is on Monday night. But we'll see how it goes. I mean, as much as it pains me to say it, I'm probably going to have to say the Philadelphia Eagles win this game. And, yeah, pretty much it. I don't have much to say about them. But I don't remember the rest of the schedule for this weekend. I do know Cincinnati, the Kansas City Chiefs. We'll see how that game goes after Cincinnati got beat by a New England Patriots team. But we'll see. But with the Cowboys, you know, Dak Prescott, you know, Jason Kelce said this, and shout out to Jason Kelce. Shout out to him and Travis Kelce, actually. He said, even Jason Kelce, he said, I know Eagles fans aren't going to like this, but Dak Prescott, what he's at now, like he's something about turning into a leader. Now, he was giving Dak Prescott praise, man. He was praising him and Travis Kelce. And he even said, his teammate Travis Kelce said, Chris Jones, star defensive tackle for the Chiefs. Talking good about Dak Prescott, man. Talking good about Dak Prescott. Talking about the hate he gets. Like y'all don't know how hard he works, man. Dak Prescott is a leader, man. Y'all going to see it this year, man. And again, I got Dak Prescott winning MVP this year, man. I got Dak winning MVP this year. I don't care what y'all say, man. Dak going to win MVP this year. Dak is going to win MVP this year. I'm calling it right now. But it's just haters that just choose to say all this nonsense. Stephen A. Smith, LaShawn McCoy, Dan Orlovsky, Kimberly Martin, Joy Taylor. Real analysts and who actually watch the game. I mean, I know y'all do watch the game, but y'all just be saying what y'all want to say. But they keep it real and they tell it how it is. Like my man James Jones, my favorite analyst who's on the facility. That's why I like watching that show. He's my favorite analyst, man. Chase Daniels, man. They give credit where credit is due. They don't have any biased takes. Emmanuel Acho as well. Dominic Foxworth. Rex Ryan. I mean, even Alex Smith. Everyone's saying that Dak deserves it, man. One of the best quarterbacks in the league, which is true. But you got those haters that like to say all this nonsense and all that and don't give credit where credit is due. But, hey, again, Dak Prescott, go prove them haters wrong, man. Just go prove them wrong and go ball out, man. We'll see what happens in the playoffs, but right now, just go ball out, man. You shut out the noise. After you got your contract, man, you know, a lot of pressure came on. Once you got that contract, you got it on game day and you came out. You didn't panic. You played a great game. You did what you had to do to win the game. No interceptions. And I can't wait for this Sunday, man. Can't wait for this Sunday. But NFL Week 2, again, kicks off tonight. Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins, man. The Miami Dolphins. We'll see what happens today. I mean, Tua, Josh Allen, both of them are going to be in the MVP talks. Tyreek Hill as well. And we'll see what happens tonight. Lamar Jackson, with the Ravens. I mean, y'all got to show me something, man. Y'all have to show me something. I mean, Lamar Jackson, you still, again, I mean, Colin Cowherd said Lamar still hasn't proven that he's a pocket passer, which is true, man. I made it in my video when I was talking about the Cowboys schedule. Like, Lamar Jackson ain't proven to be a pocket passer yet, man. He has not proven that yet. So, Lamar, you are a good quarterback, man. But you got to play better than what you did on Thursday night, man. I mean, you missed Zay Flowers wide open in the end zone, man. You got to play better, man. You have got to play better, man. Justin Fields, you're probably going to get the start. You got to play better. You got to play better. Bryce Young, Carolina Panthers. I mean, you were the number one pick last year, man. And they got okay players, but you still looking like last year, man. Like, I don't even know what you're seeing on the field. I mean, you throwing interception after interception, man. Like, I don't know what you're seeing, man. New York Giants, you already know how I feel about Daniel Jones. Uh, Dan Quinn, Washington Commanders head coach, man. You got to prove something, man. I mean, they took you as their head coach for a reason, which I don't know why. But y'all got all these teams got something to prove, including the Cowboys too. We all got some. All these teams have something to prove. Jalen Hurts, the Philadelphia Eagles, man. You had 3 turnovers, man. Y'all did not play a good game, and y'all did squeak by and won the game. But y'all got to do better, man. Y'all still looking like last year. If not, it's probably going to be worse. But it was a great week of football, man. It was a great game. It was a lot of low-scoring games, which is really expected, especially when starters don't play in the preseason or they got a little rusty and then it takes a while for them. But I mean, it was some great football to watch, man. Again, football's back, man. Got till February till this ends, man. We got till February. Let's enjoy it. And again, let's see how this game goes tonight. I'm excited about this game. I am excited about it. I didn't even do my prediction yet, actually. So, my prediction for this game, I was going back and forth. You know, I said Buffalo, but I think tonight I'm actually going to go with the Miami Dolphins. I am going to go. I don't know. I got that feeling that Tua and Tyreek are going to have big games today. Y'all better not make me wrong, because I know how y'all play against the good teams. But I'm rocking with y'all today. Y'all better not make me wrong. And I'm going to go with the Miami Dolphins, but I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be a close game, but Miami makes a play to win the game at the end. And they win the ball game to go 2-0. So we'll see how it goes tonight, y'all. But anyway, that's all I got for y'all today. Please hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see y'all next time.